Well, that brings us to our shoe.
It does
for
bring us
today's
to our
episode,
shoe.
the Yeezy Boost 700. This is
There it
my
is.
shoe. This is the Mauve colorway. I believe it's pronounced Mauve. Could be Mauve. It's hard to know. What I do know is this shoe is brown. And Mauve or Mauve, as far as I know, is kind of a purplish red.
Hey, Nick.
What up?
What's up, man?
Nothing.
I was like sitting here texting you, and I was like, wait, we are supposed to be doing something.
I know. I was thinking about that. I was like, well, it's after 8. One of these texts, he's just going to send the Zoom meeting, right? And then you did.
I did. And then here we are. And here we are.
Yeah.
Dude, today it's funny. Jody was like, since you're like really into Jordans, I feel like I need to get into something else. And then I like started trying to get him. And then he's like, now it's your thing. I think I need to. I'm like, well, yeah, you need to choose it. But you threw that out there. Like, you can't just he did just be like, hey, what should I be into? In not saying those words, that's what he said. At least that's how I would have heard that, is like, well, if you're into those, I'd just be like, well, there's Yeezys. You should get into that's
them.
What he hates them, though. He does not like any. Yeah, he hates all of them.
That's fair.
A lot. They're just a little too weird for him. He definitely which I was surprised though, because like when we first got together, he was like really into Pumas, which I'm not. I like some of their stuff for sure, but like most of their shoes just all look the same to me. Those like Ferrari whatever ones that they have. You know,
I'm
what I'm
not too familiar with Puma. I know they're real basic ones with the like that shaped thingamajig on the side. Like just the low top sneaker. And I've seen some of their cool sneakers too.
They almost look like a ballet slipper shoe to me.
I don't hate Pumas. I just never got into them. I've never had a pair.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at them, but they don't really intrigue me that much either.
Yeah, I just find them. There was when we lived in Minnesota, there was a Puma store, like a whole store devoted to
like an outlet. Isn't there one of those in like Troutdale or fucking whatever is to the south, Woodburn?
There is
wherever those outlets are.
Yeah, it's in Troutdale.
Okay.
Puma, I don't know if they have one there, but this wasn't an outlet. This was like a flagship store, I think.
Oh, okay. Kind of like the
Mall
Nike,
of America doesn't have outlets like
the Nike factory store.
Yeah, exactly.
That we have here. Okay.
Kinda. But yeah. So we were like trying to talk about different ones. He did like he was into the Ultra Boosts. So I was like, maybe you get into like Adidas, because he's like, I wanted to be different than yours. Also, because he keeps accidentally putting my Jordans on.
Mm-hmm. You guys wear this? No, his feet are bigger.
Not even close. Right? The other day he was like in a hurry and he was trying to put them on, and it was like, why are these fitting? Because they're mine. Like, they don't, like, he's a size 13. I'm a size 10. Like, they're not.
That's not even gonna work. That's different.
Which was interesting. So it's just like an interesting thing, and like it put me on a mission for those shoes. But like I was trying to get him into the Yeezys, but nope, hard no on them. They're just a little too weird for him.
All right, well, that brings us to our shoe. It
does bring us to our shoe. Yeah.
The Yeezy Boost 700.
There it is.
Shoe. This is the Mauve colorway. I believe it's pronounced Mauve. Could be Mauve. It's hard to know. What I do know is this shoe is brown. And Mauve or Mauve, as far as I know, is kind of a purplish red.
Yeah, that's...
None of which is present on this shoe that's called Mauve. Mauve.
Mauve.
Yep.
Yeah, it is definitely more
that is not brown. And
like,
these have, if you look at them in the sun, this suede patch right here has a very faint, vague purplish tint.
Okay.
But other than that, they are a brown shoe.
They are a brown
with
shoe.
A lot of black on them, and then lime green, bright green.
Now that's suede, or is it...
It's suede here, it's suede here, it's
not
suede
nubuck?
here, and it's suede here. I don't fully understand what nubuck is, but as far as I know, nubuck is smooth, right?
So I looked
it up
because I was
fuzzy.
Okay, because the original, I know that the original 700 one boost, whatever Yeezys were nubuck.
The Wave Runners.
Yeah,
I
the
think they have a
original
lot
one.
of. They're suede and nubuck. I think the nubuck is this piece.
So nubuck is the best way to know which one. Like suede is a little bit grittier. So like from the pictures that I'm looking at of that
Mm-hmm.
of yours, it looks like suede to me because it's a little rougher. Nubuck is like the best way to think about nubuck is like Timberland boots, like your classic Tim boot. That is
Okay.
nubuck, and the difference is suede is just the leather turned inside out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the inside of the leather, and then they just polish it. And then nubuck is the outside, but they sand it, and it's calf. So it's like baby, it's like baby cow.
Okay. So
So it's kind of like the veal
they
of
they sand the leather, so they don't
yeah.
actually split it. I thought with some of these they split. That's not this. That's not the kind of leathers they use on
But
this. That's like nice.
nubuck used to always be deer, but then
Okay.
now they make it out of cow. Like
Okay.
you don't get it because deer is too rare.
Well, I'm
Like,
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure all the 700s are like this, and it's suede here, and it's more of like a top grain. I don't think it's actually full grain leather, but it's that tumbled, the same bullshit leather they use on all the Jordans and stuff.
yeah,
Actually, I think it's a little higher grade along
the
here,
tumbled, yeah.
and then it's some mesh here. There's 3M Adidas 3 stripes. You can
That
kind of
was
see them
I
in
was I
there.
was curious about it. It's cool because like
There's a
on
lot
with
of
your
cool
light, you
3M
can
hits.
see it.
There's a lot of cool 3M hits. These two little,
Because yeah, it's a wait. Those are 3M too.
these things are sort of 3M, yeah. And then these two little droplet shaped things, you see those
Yeah.
two cutouts? Those are 3M. And then I don't know, you see those little holes in the back? How
Oh,
there's
those are too.
these behind those is 3M. So if you
Okay.
look at just the right angle from the back, those are little 3M hits too.
Okay.
Soles a little dirty, but kind of, wacky looking. You
Yeah.
can see the boost. These are a boost shoe. I really like the 700, and this is the only one I have. One of these days I want to get the Wave Runners because, you got to have the Wave Runners, but they're $400 and some dollars.
What the original
Yeah.
colorway? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's the one with like the orange and like gray, right?
Yeah, it's got orange, the here where this one has the green. And then it's got a decent amount of gray. It's kind of blue and green here and white on the midsole. And some other colors, I forget. Yellow laces. But yeah, this is the mauve 700.
See,
I've worn them a lot.
I never noticed the three stripes and the 3M three stripes in them
Mm-hmm.
because I'd never like there was never a situation where there was like
Yeah, you
direct
can actually
light.
see the 3M
Right
really
now.
good right now.
Yeah,
You can
because you've
see
got
those
lights
two
on.
things and the three stripes poking out, which I think is really cool. I really like these shoes. I like this colorway. I wasn't super stoked on it when it came out, but I bought it. I got them at retail. I got them the day they released off of a raffle from Bait. Shout out to Bait. And I was excited to get them. They're the second pair of Yeezys I ever got. I think actually the second pair of cool sneakers I ever got too. I guess I got those Ultra Boosts before these, but anyway, whatever. Who cares? So I was excited to get them, but I was like, I wanted the Wave Runners, but already by that point they were really expensive, and they'd done a restock, but they sold out quick and went up in price.
Yeah. Well, so did you like them right away? Because
These
I was
were
reading about them, and a lot of people didn't like the
I
700s
wasn't
right
in
away.
sneakers when they first dropped, but no, when I first saw the Wave Runners, I was like, oh, what the fuck is that? That's stupid. That looks like a goddamn, Skechers when I first saw it. But then I saw a person wearing them in real life.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, never mind. Those are fucking dope.
Okay.
They look so much cooler, and the Wave Runners especially, they they look so good in real life that I was like, oh, I need a pair of those. Those are fucking cool. And so when this one dropped, I was like, I'll try for that. And I got it. And it's still, I think the Wave Runner is the best colorway of this shoe. And I don't think anyone's going to disagree with me. And if they do, they're wrong. But I think this is one of the better colorways, and it's really slept on. Like,
I really like I know it
this
looks like it's
shoe
dropped in
doesn't
value a
get
little bit.
dirty.
And I
This
like
shoe
that.
doesn't get dirty. So you can wear this shoe everywhere. And also, it just looks like a brown shoe unless people know about shoes, so nobody cares.
Yeah.
It's not too attention-grabbing, but sneaker people know what it is. And they're like, oh, those
that's what I like about it. Yeah, it's like, would you say a sleeper? It's like
yeah, it's like a
people who know, people who don't.
Yeah, it's like the Mercedes AMG wagon.
Right. Yeah, I don't know that one.
Oh, okay. They make an E-Class wagon, Mercedes does, but it's the AMG E63, so it's got like 600 and some horsepower, but it just looks like a station wagon, and that's my favorite shit.
Okay.
When you know that'd be a cool car to have if I had a spare $100,000 that I just couldn't possibly think of anything else to do with.
Oh, this looks kind of like my dad's BMW. You mean the wagon?
Yeah, the E-Class wagon, but the AMG, so it's super fast. It's a sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah, I'm a big fan of this shoe.
This one?
Yeah, thing is dirty. I would drive that in a minute.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's also like $100 and some thousand, and
a little ridiculous.
Mercedes, so it's probably going to break down immediately.
So I have yours. Okay, there are these.
Yeah,
ones right here.
There they are.
So they retailed at
300.
300, and right now they're a little below retail. Not too bad.
Yeah, so investment wise, not one of my better purchases, but I've worn them a lot and I like them, and I don't really care.
I like that. About this pair. I think this is one of my favorite colorways that I've seen, and I was looking at all the different Yeezys and I was like trying to think of which ones. I honestly just I like the Nike Yeezys way more than these for some reason. I think
they're a totally different, the Nike Yeezys.
Oh yeah,
and
they're totally
versus
different.
The Adidas Yeezys, they're a very different design language. And I think with Nike, Kanye didn't have full creative freedom. That's why he went
left,
to
right?
Adidas. Yeah. So the Nike really just looks like Kanye got a kind of an Air Jordan type of silhouette, and he was allowed a lot of freedom with it, but he still kind of had to stick with some Nike design language. Yeah. Whereas these, he kind of just went off book and he just did whatever the fuck he wanted to do.
Yeah.
So,
which
I don't know.
For that point is pretty cool. Where there's
I'm a big fan of the Adidas
line. There's just not even a straight line or symmetry. There's barely any symmetry to it. And I think that's why personally I don't like it. Because it's just like, for me, I like something that's a little bit more, but I appreciate that aspect. Here's the thing. Here's where it falls apart for me. I will show you the one thing. This right here. I don't like how it looks like the front passenger tire is out. You know what I mean?
You don't like that where it's like an angle?
It's just like that front
but
dip.
You've seen me wear them. They don't look like that in real life.
I saw that in real life. I did notice that. It always looked like that to me, like you just had this like little just like derp. I don't know. That is the part that that's where it loses it for me. That part where it looks like your front passenger tire is out. I see
that now. I don't care, but I see it.
Right.
That's fair.
That's just my own opinion of where I don't like it. And I don't know why. Like for me, a shoe head on should sit flat like a car. And that's just my own thing, where the little, like with the two pairs head on, kind of like that dip. It's just a personal aesthetic that I don't.
Okay, no, that's a fair assessment. I do like when a shoe sits level, but I'm a big fan of this pair of shoes, so I'm like, I don't really care.
It just kind of looks like your pinky toes dragging a little bit on these ones. Like you're just like,
I don't know. They're really comfortable. Like that doesn't affect how
These
they
ones
feel.
are. I like the comfort level when I tried on these, and then your other boosties or whatever they're
The
called.
350 boosties.
I can't keep the number straight. It's a 7. I know it's
There's
what is
two
it?
numbers that
300,
matter.
350, 700, and 500. Right?
Yeah.
That's all of them.
Yeah, the 500, the 700, the 350. There's a 380 now.
Oh, there is.
There was the 750, which is that old kind of moon boot looking one that's fucking awesome, but nobody can afford it.
Okay.
What other Yeezys? That's pretty much all of them. The
Oh, and if people
500s.
want to know, this is what Mauve.
Yeah, you see, that's what Mauve is.
This is
Mauve, whatever that is versus this. I suppose this panel in the right
Almost.
light could bear some resemblance.
So I had to just
Mauve.
I had to just have this up because I knew you were going to be mentioning different Yeezys, and I was like,
Yeah,
because
look
I
at
just
all
can't
the
keep them all
Yeezys.
straight.
There's a lot of them.
But still,
I do like go
this
to
one
just
is
the
my
700.
favorite. This is my favorite Yeezy right
Yeah,
here.
I think that's my favorite Nike
It's
Yeezy.
just
I do
like
like that colorway a lot.
this one is so sick. I also really like the October Reds quite a lot.
A
And I
decent
saw
number
these
of
in
people
person.
agree with you.
But it's like this.
Yeah, it's only $4,800, $6,500, however many $100,000.
Yeah. Let's see. Do they
It's a
have the
little bit over the top.
right? Do they have the like little see that the front to the front, it's like it's level. It's for the most part.
It's not symmetrical though.
Not
Look at that
perfect. I
toe.
mean, it's
Hey, for $6,500, are you gonna settle for less than perfect, Bjorn?
that's true. No.
You gonna settle for less than perfect?
I want these level.
Yeah, you're gonna take those in. You're gonna be like, I want this leveled.
I did notice
I don't
that.
like
So
this
wait, what was
cockeyed
the
shit.
first Yeezy was which one was it?
The first Adidas Yeezy, or the
Yeah,
first?
yeah. It was close to
The 750 and
the
then the
750?
350 V1. I
because
forget
this
which one.
almost looks like a Nike.
I'm
I
pretty sure the
noticed.
750 was the first one, and it does have a lot of that same. It's got the toe strap and it's
Right.
got the high top look.
This felt like he just went over to Adidas and kind of did the same thing, but a little bit more of what you've got that
Yeah, it's got the boost sole.
the boost sole.
I do want a pair of those at some point, but they're so expensive.
They are for something that looks like it
Oh, they
kind of
look awesome. I would rock the shit out of those, but
these definitely have that. They have
I
a
don't
little
think
bit of
that
that
would be
feel.
my
The Back to the Future shoe feel. I don't.
Yeah, I don't think that would be my colorway of choice. But
but I did find something. Hang on.
oh, look at that Mercedes.
Oh, did I not save the spot? Oh, I didn't save it. There is a Yeezy. There's some cleats that I was just like, wait, what? Like, see if I can. Yeah, I thought this was so funny. Like, who is this for? Like,
Yeah, those are the Turtledove cleats. Obviously, no one, because if you look at the regular Turtledoves,
it's like,
is that the Turtledove colorway?
yeah,
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah,
this
Cleat
is.
Turtledove. Yeah, $240 for the cleat. Now go to the 350. Just scroll down. They were right below.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm so slow. Oh, here
There
they are.
you go. Yeah, you see now if you just go to the regular 350 V1 and Turtledove,
that one's
little
sick,
bigger market for those.
right? I thought
So
the
those
cleat
were,
thing was so funny.
I think that might have actually been the original. That might have been the first colorway of the 350. I'm probably wrong. It could have been those or the Moon Rocks. They did the Moon Rock, those,
Is that the bright
Oxford
one?
Tan, and the Pirate Black.
But I found it so funny that there was a couple
Yeah,
cleats
they
and
made
they
a
were all in
couple of
these like
wacky
white.
ones.
They were in these like white colors, and I was just like, wait, what?
Yeah, I don't know who wore those. They might have been good for something. I don't know.
One of them. Oh yeah, this one. This is the one that I was looking at. The 750.
The 750 cleat.
I was just like, I don't know.
What a weird
This
shoe.
this definitely looks like a high fashion women's shoe to
It
me.
does. It totally does. It looks like, yeah,
Like
it looks like it should
this is
have
the
like
kind
a
of
Chanel
this,
badge
yeah,
on
this
the
is the kind
side
of
there.
cleat that's gonna get your ass kicked on the football field.
Yeah, I don't know that there were many players that actually wore these.
I know. I
think
couldn't even get a price. Well, I didn't Google it. I'm sure the reason
I
that
don't know,
there's no
maybe there's
price
something.
is because they're still available in retail.
No, I don't think they made very many of those at all.
300.
Yeah. I'm sure people bought them, but like cuz that was at the peak of Yeezy hype when these came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like when he first switched to Adidas, I think it was like Yeezys were the fucking the thing.
Yeah.
I don't remember if that was 2014 or
Well, I
2015.
thought
It was somewhere
everybody was
around there.
kind of like on the fence about it. Like, it wasn't. Well, I know the Wave Runners. It was just like they like previewed
The
them,
Wave Runners
and
came out
everyone
a
hated them.
long time after that.
Oh,
They came
okay.
out in like 2017, I believe, or
Okay.
2018 maybe. No,
I
2017.
think it was 2017.
Yeah, they came out in 2017. So the 350 V2 had already been out for like well over a year
Oh, okay.
in all the like super hyped colorways of it. All the
Okay.
ones that still go for $1,000, like the, you know, the bread ones. There was the black with the red stripe, the black with the white stripe, the zebra when it first came out before it restocked 20 times. Um, the Beluga 2.0, but the Beluga 1, which is the one with the orange stripe, I believe, that was the first 350 V2. There were a whole bunch of 350 V2s that came out before the 700, and everybody was in love with the 350 V2, and they're reselling for crazy amounts of money. Like it was, Adidas sold way more than, I don't know if they sold way more, but they were way more like in than Nike was that year.
Okay.
But the 700s were too wacky and they sat at first, the Wave Runners.
Mm-hmm.
But then people kind of warmed up to them, and then now they're like one of the most sought after pairs.
Oh, okay. Because it did shift. I was reading a little bit about it because
Yeah, so
I
now
just didn't know
as
that much
far
about
as
it.
700s, the Wave Runner and then the first 700 V2, the static 700 V2, those are some of the more expensive, like the most sought after pairs. The two like original colorways.
The 700 V2 what?
Static.
Oh, it's like the white one.
Yep.
That's not what I was expecting.
That's the first V2 700 V2 that came out like a year and a half ago.
Now I like yours more than these.
Yeah,
I
I
like
wasn't the
these.
biggest fan. I'm still not the biggest fan of the 700 V2. I don't really like.
Still doesn't have that front passenger tire.
Oh, it's the same. It's exact same like midsole.
Well, it's got it's got the
I'm
same.
just not a big fan of the upper. I don't like all that mesh and the way those
I didn't like
stripes
this.
are. Yeah, I prefer the look of the V1, and I'm
Yeah.
not honestly at this point. I'm not a big fan of the V3 either,
The V3.
or the
That's the one that's got all
MNVN.
that rubber on the side or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. This.
Yep. Obviously, a whole lot of people disagree with me because it's selling for $700, but I'm not a huge fan of that shoe either.
Now I do like this part and I do like that. I don't know, the black part of this.
Mhm.
I like. But I'm not a fan of the like midsole coming up thing. It just like reminds me of a villain on Star Trek or some shit. You know?
It is a very alien looking shoe.
like the cyborgs. Maricha's gonna be cringing if she ever. Our friend Maricha is a huge fan of Star Trek, and I'm just misquoting
There
it.
you go. It's the infant. Those are the ones you get for bucket.
Yep.
Only $180. It's a great use of money.
I gotta get 2 pair. I was just looking at the colorway. I hate how it's like people who bought
Can't
this
you just
also
get him
bought.
1 pair and then take the picture where you can't see his back feet?
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, that's
there's
what
the
you
kid
should
one
absolutely
is-
do.
This one's all right. But for me, it just keeps coming down to like, I'm like finding the one I don't hate the most.
Yeah, so there's
Like,
so you wouldn't be buying it because you like it. You're buying it because you're like, I need a Yeezy.
I need a
Which
Yeezy
one
in my
do I hate the
collection.
least?
Yeah, that's kind
Yeah,
of where it's at for me, where I'm like
it's
looking
okay
at
to
it,
not like
trying to find a
Yeezys,
silver
dude.
lining, and then I'm just like, wait, I could get 2 pairs of Jordans that I actually fuck with. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, for this cost.
yeah. No,
Like,
that's
it's
fine.
I
I
would
don't.
be doing it 100% for the flex, and so I just shouldn't be buying one of those. And like
Yeah.
when it comes down to it, which ones do I like? I like all the Nike ones that he did. I literally like all of the Nike ones, but
Yeah, the Nike ones are cool. I don't disagree. But I'm a pretty big fan of a lot of the Adidas ones too.
yeah.
I like the
But
350s a lot.
but once again, I'm just not a huge Adidas guy. Like
Yeah.
I just don't really. I've just never really been. I like
Hmm.
some of their apparel and stuff, but like the shoes have just never really done it for me. I don't know why. I didn't like the clamshell. Like I don't like that.
Shell
That's
toes.
yeah, the
Yeah.
clamshell toe thing. The 3 stripes. Like one of the towns that I lived in, growing up, Polson, Montana. Do you know where that
Hmm.
is?
Yeah.
You can
I've
just
been there
pretend.
very briefly, but I've been there.
Well, there's a designer
Hmm.
from there at Adidas. So they made a skate shoe called the Polson.
Nice.
And I am not able to spell Adidas. Well, I'm so, but I remember like I almost bought these because there was just a bunch of local hype around it because
Hmm.
I grew up
What do they look
skateboarding.
like?
I'm fine. I'll
Bringing them
just
up.
image search it. Okay. Yeah, they just to me they just didn't look like that different of an Adidas. Like it was just like, well, it just looks like an Adidas to me. It's this one here,
Okay. Oh, I
basically.
like those a lot. Those are clean.
Like it's a pretty basic shoe. That's what I like this colorway. Like I'd wear this one.
Yeah.
Um and then they did a collab with Mark
Got
Gonzalez
that
for
three
the
stripes.
yeah, it has the 3 stripes. It's a pretty I don't know. I just kind of didn't like the toe on it. This like I don't know.
Huh.
It
I don't
was
know. I don't like I don't mind the way that looks. I think that looks like a skate shoe.
yeah, this is just like your traditional skate shoe. I know that I'm pretty sure I had some friends that had this one. A lot of people
Yeah.
had this one.
I like the short blunt toe.
Yeah.
I like that look on a shoe, the kind of short, fat, blunt toe design.
It almost kind of reminds me of like a Timberland boot sort of
That's actually one of the
feel.
reasons that I like the 700
Yeah.
is even though it's kind of long, it's also really wide. So it kind of does it's just kind of a big bulky shoe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I
No,
really like
are those
these.
bottom things also reflective? Or 3M?
These
Those
the
holes? It
white
looks like they are.
no, it's Boost.
Oh, it's the little like boost bubbles or
Yeah,
whatever.
like you can just see there it's just cut out so you can it's exposed Boost. And then I think actually if you take the insole out, you can see Boost
Uh
under that too.
so
There's the
in
Yeezy
this
insole.
quarantine time. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Because yeah, I tried those on. I did like the way they fit.
Oh yeah, they're
I did
great.
like the fit of those. The other ones were a little weird.
Yeah, no, the
Like for
350s
walking in
definitely
felt weird.
feel they're a weird feeling shoe.
Like it felt like it was put. It felt like the opposite of that, where it's pushing that toe up when you, like there was too much support. Like it had
Mhm.
one bigger tire where your toe is. So it was like when you see the cars that have like a
Yeah,
tire in
there's
it.
a chance I just haven't figured out the sizing, but I think I have because the toe in the 350 just gets really tight, so you have to size up a little.
Oh,
But I've
okay.
got a 10 and a half and I've got an 11. And even with the 10 and a half, like I'm not going to go down any further cuz it's going to be too tight in the toe.
Yeah.
But like it's just the ankle area, there's no real support to speak of. They're just kind of a weird shoe to wear, like to walk in and to do meaningful things in. But they're
Mm-hmm.
super comfy to just like stand in, they're great. Or to
The
like
the
wear to work.
700
No, the
or
350.
the 350.
The
Okay.
700 is great. The 700 you can walk in, do whatever,
Yeah.
and just
I
use it as a shoe, and it's useful and comfy.
for its intended
Yeah,
purposes.
yeah. The 350 is a
Weird.
little. The 350 is kind of a high fashiony type of shoe in my mind. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like a little wacky. It's more wacky than
Mm-hmm.
most shoes in its price range, and like the way it feels on foot kind of reflects that wackiness. It's so different feeling to me.
You know what I think here, pull up the like or not, I mean like hold up your 700. You know what else my initial thought well of this one is it
Mm,
reminds me I'm just going to make pure car metaphors today.
okay.
You know when people have the leather grill guard thing on the front of their car, it's just like a
Mm-hmm.
car bra or something. It kind of
Yes,
looks like a jet ski with one of those on it to me.
that's fair.
Like it's
Yeah,
got
this
that
like this
leather.
is the car bra on the jet ski.
Yeah,
It is
exactly.
roughly the shape of a jet ski,
Like it kind of yeah, it's like a
and
bug
these
guard or
splashes
whatever.
here, the splash of color
Yeah,
does look like it's speeding through the water at
because it
breakneck
almost looks
speed.
like it's like got an extra shell thing, like you know when people in the wintertime wear those like shoe cover things that like um it's like there's a shoe underneath it. It kind of looks like two shoes to me, you know, like it looks like there's a shoe inside a shoe.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the midsole is really tall. Is that and
Yeah.
just like all the different layers and details on the
Mhm.
upper looks like they were there's enough things that they could have designed two
Like two
different
shoes in
shoes,
one.
two much simpler shoes
Yeah,
could have come
exactly.
out of this. Yeah, that's fair. That's part of why I
And
like it. I
this
love
isn't criticism. This is just like
no.
I'm well whatever. Fuck it. Take it as
I
criticism.
don't
Take it
care.
as
I'm
love.
not taking it as criticism or anything. I'm just
It's like
taking it
it's
as an
fun.
observation. And yeah, that's part of why I like the shoes. I think it's got a lot of cool details. I like all the little pieces,
It reminds
and I
me of
like the
cars in like
3M
the
hits.
90s, you know, when they're like we can do whatever we want and they're all just like blobby and like there's like the Ford Taurus. It's like all like wavy and you know bubbly. Like everything got
Mm.
really bubbly in the 90s or early 2000s
Yeah,
cars.
no, I wasn't a fan of that
No more
in
hard
cars.
lines on cars.
But yeah, there aren't any hard lines. Not too many hard lines in the Yeezy
It's like the
700.
yeah, I think it looks like the Ford Taurus.
Soul doesn't have any hard lines. It definitely has a very weird footprint in the snow or in the
Yeah,
sand or whatever. I've worn these in Montana in the snow, and they work just fine. Like this foam goes
they
high enough
track.
that they're
Yeah,
actually pretty decent if it snows a little.
yeah.
Like
So you
they're not
can.
gonna save you if there's 5 inches, 10 inches of snow. But if there's like one or two, they're not a bad sneaker for like
Is that the wait? We said it wasn't nubuck. We said it was suede. Is that suede? Did you treat it at all, or is that
I
untreated?
shot the little fucking spray bottle of protect your leather spray. But also I just didn't care that much and it's fine.
Yeah. So
But yeah, the
are you gonna get more Yeezys? Is the question.
oh
My
yeah.
curious question.
Yeah, I think
What's your next Yeezy purchase?
it
We'll look it up.
depends because I haven't been super intrigued by any that are coming out so far. I do kind of want a pair of 380s at some
380s.
point. That's the newest style. Yeah, I've heard they're the most comfortable. But they're coming out with some
Oh, I
kind
have
of
seen
cool
these.
colorways. I've seen at least like the leaked upcoming
There's
colorways that
mist.
I've seen on Instagram.
There's mist, alien, and then reflective. I'll share it with you.
Yeah. What is mist?
So there's
Yeah.
this mist. These all look like
Okay,
women's
mist.
shoes. I'll be totally honest.
Hmm.
Uh, to me,
I've seen a couple people wearing them and they look pretty good.
mist reflective.
Yeah, it just means I put some 3M reflective in the knit somewhere, I think. Oh, I think the stripe might be reflective.
See, and then this is the opposite. This looks like a shoe that they didn't quite finish. It's like they just like, we gotta put something out. Like, easy, drop your pencil. Like, just whatever you got.
Yeah, I like that alien colorway better than this, but
Than that.
so does everybody.
This one,
So it's a little expensive.
380 is not bad. Or sorry,
450
I'm
is
looking
a-
at the number. There's a lot of numbers on here.
450 is a little steep for that shoe. Like, I'm probably not going to buy it. I don't love it enough to spend $450 on it, but I might try for one of the next releases. I don't know.
Now, my favorite
If
part.
not, my next pair would probably just be, save up and eventually get the Wave Runners, because that's a pair I'd really like to have at some
The
point.
V1. Did they
The
do
700 V1?
Did they do a re? I feel like we gotta like. Oh man, I'm not fast with the computer today. 350, 700. Got so many numbers, so many names.
There they are.
Wave Runner.
Yeah, that's probably of the Yeezys that I don't have. That would be the first one that currently exists in the world. That's the first one that I would add to the collection.
Okay, because they haven't done a re.
They've done a
release on it.
couple of restocks on those, but I missed the one that I paid attention to. I missed out on.
Okay, well, it looks like they dropped to about. We're doing okay.
Yeah, see that?
So you're probably gonna get them for about $400.
Yeah,
Wait, what's this one?
probably a kid's.
Probably a child's one.
Yeah.
It just can't fit.
I do like, if you scroll back down, the carbon blue is another
This one?
colorway. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like that colorway a lot too. But honestly, for being almost the same price as the Wave Runner, I'd have to get the Wave Runner over that.
Really? I think
Mhm.
I like this one better.
I may end
But
up
once
getting
again,
both of them
I'd
at
rather-
some point in my life.
I'd
but-
rather get 3 pairs of Jordans.
Yeah.
And that's what I have to keep telling myself so I don't buy
I
something.
like the Inertia too. I actually bought the Inertias when they dropped, but I bought them for my dad.
Which is that you bought him these?
Yeah, he has them. He wears them every now and then.
Oh,
And
nice.
it kind of makes me laugh. That's actually a really cool colorway and sort of slept on, although they are over retail, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, they're over retail.
Because they were 300. You got them for retail for your dad, or did you?
Yeah, I got them also from Bait.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on their raffle. They did the
Because-
online raffle on both of those pairs, and I hit on those.
Yeah, carbon blue is my favorite colorway. But if I were to get a pair, I'd probably get the ones you have. Or those black weird ones that we looked at a few minutes ago.
Oh, yeah.
V3s or whatever. I kind of like those.
Some of the V2s, a couple of the V2s, the like Geode or something like that, that's a pretty cool colorway. I saw a dude wearing those, and I was like, okay, I don't hate those, but it'd be a long way down my list of
Geode?
700 V2.
There it is.
Ooh, no, it's not that one. It's the other one. It's the, scroll down, there it is. Tephra.
Tephra?
Yeah, that one's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Of the V2s, I think that's my favorite. But I'm still not a fan of the V2 upper. But I saw a guy wearing those in an airport, like back around Christmas, and I was like, okay, those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't hate them.
I'll be honest, for some reason, all of these don't ring as like, I don't know, they just don't, to me, I know how much they're worth, but they don't say like, they don't like turn my head and make me think like, oh, that's an expensive sneaker. The same way, well, these, I'd be like, what the fuck are you wearing cleats for? But like almost the way that like the, like if I saw someone wearing the October Reds, not just because they released them
Not
after
because
the deal
and
that I know.
Not because you know what they are. They just the silhouette looks special.
Yeah.
I feel like that's part of why the 350 V2 is still selling, even though it's
like if I saw someone,
Got a
like there's
million
just
colorways.
something about, maybe it's because you don't see it, but it just, to me, this
Because it's
like
all red and it's
looks
got the little ridges on the back. It's got all these crazy details that aren't on any other sneaker.
exactly. It's got this
Yeah.
like thing that matches
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna find many
the
people who are
texture.
gonna argue that the Nike Yeezys aren't dope. They're really
No,
cool.
they are really. I'm not saying that, but for me, those other
Mhm.
ones just like they just don't ring as like a $300 shoe to me.
What
The way
about the
this one.
350 V2s in like the popular, in like the good colorways?
All right.
Like look up the 350 V2, even like the zebra, but because the zebra is probably the most hype beast looking colorway of those.
This one?
But like, no, the keep
This one?
scrolling. Go to there. You might have to go to the next page. Find the expensive ones. Yeah,
This
like
one's
the
one.
core
The core.
or red or the beluga, the one down with the orange stripe just below
This
that.
one. Oh, that's
Yeah,
all right.
that was the original colorway. Click on that.
I don't see, but I don't know why that just doesn't ring as like a valuable like shoe for me. And I can't, I've been trying to articulate it because I knew this day was coming that we were going to have this conversation, but it's
Mhm.
just like, I don't understand it. Like, this doesn't, like, you know, when you see somebody drive by in, in like a BRZ or something, you know, with like the
Yeah.
loud ass muffler, or like I realized 3 of my neighbors have the blue Subaru BRZ, and I was
Mhm.
so confused because I kept seeing different people getting out of them, and I was just like, wait, who owns this car?
But
Because, like,
there's three of them.
in my apartment complex, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I today was like, oh, there's 3 of them. They just all have that, classic.
Yeah.
Or like you just see one of those cars and you see the rims and you're like, oh, to me that's like, oh, that looks valuable. For some it just looks crisp, it looks clean, the way that
Mhm.
those October Reds do, or like the Jordan 4s, to me, like they just like,
Mhm.
they look like a valuable shoe to me
I feel like
when I
to
see them.
me, when I like the reason I think the 350s and the 700s do well is because they're the only shoe that looks like that. Like the 350 is pretty unmistakable. Like there's a lot of sort of rip-offs. Also once the 350s came out, the whole shoe industry ripped off the silhouette to some extent.
Oh, okay.
You know, like the big heel, like that shape of sole with a knit upper.
Mm-hmm.
You know how every shoe brand sort of came out with a shoe that looks like that? Whole
Yeah.
companies came up. Look at Allbirds, their wool runner. It kind of
How do you,
looks like a fucking very toned down ripoff of a 350. Like
Allbergs?
Allbirds, like multiple flying animals.
Oh, birds.
It's a shoe brand that they advertise to old people because their shoes made out of wool or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's some shit that's in my YouTube ads. Anyway,
It's about to be in mine now too. 'Cause I just looked them
you
up.
clicked on it's about to be
Man,
in every
I
goddamn thing. You'll be reading the news and you'll see wool runners. You're gonna have a
right.
pair next month. But anyway, yeah, I feel like the 350 got ripped off. The like
Where's
because
their
you can sort of see. Yeah,
the
look at
influence
that.
of it?
You can see the
Yeah.
influence of the Yeezy in that shoe.
Oh yeah, it's got the front flat tire.
No, but mostly in like the heel shape
Yeah, yeah.
and just the
As
way
this comes
it's just
around.
a sole and an upper. There's not a whole lot of other stuff. So I feel
Oh,
like the Yeezy,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
and you
there's
just
so
take
many,
away the ridges
yeah.
and flatten the back and
Mm-hmm. Well, and the
sort
Yeezy
of
is the reason
simplify it.
that the Ultra Boost is so popular, partially.
Yeah.
Like the Ultra Boost is comfortable and a great running shoe, so that's probably the main reason. But the hype around the Ultra Boost was
Hmm.
mostly because the Yeezy and the Ultra Boost dropped around the same time. And the Yeezy was so hard to get. The people wanted something close using the same technology, and so they bought the Ultra Boost if they couldn't get
Oh,
the Yeezy. Because
gotcha.
the first Ultra Boost and the first 350 kind of dropped around the same time, and
Mhm.
everybody wanted the 350, and if they couldn't get it, then they got the Ultra Boost.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so the Yeezy was like a very influential sneaker. And it's also like nothing looks just like the 350 V2.
Yeah.
And nothing really looks exactly like the 700. Like it is pretty unmistakable if you know sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's, to me, that's what makes it valuable and that's what makes it cool. Is like it's obvious it's the only sneaker that looks like that. And it influenced a lot of the sneakers that came after it.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of influenced the whole industry. If you look at the shape of shoes after the 350 came out, a bunch of them ripped it off.
Yeah. I can see that. And it's I think it's
So it
also
might
just
be a
like
case of like when you hear a comic do a fucking "what's the deal with" joke now, you're like, oh fuck you, Seinfeld was in the 80s, but
right.
Seinfeld that he invented that basically.
Well, yeah, it's just like
So it's
anything
like
that's
it's anything like now it seems hack, but it was
right.
like super original when it came out.
Oh no, absolutely. And I'm not knocking that it's not original. And I appreciate that aspect of it a lot. It just isn't in my color palette, first of all,
Yeah.
for some reason. It's just not in the lighter colors and the colors that are
Yeah.
used. Now the pair you have is in my color palette. That's
Yeah,
absolutely
there are a few black 350s as
yeah.
well.
Yeah, and obviously those are my favorite. But and like I do like the one with the red stripe on it.
Yep,
As
so does everybody. It's $1,000.
or this other one with the brown stripe's not bad either. I'd fuck with this one.
Yeah, I like the one
Or
with the white stripe. They call
black
them the
copper.
Oreo. I don't think they actually call it the Oreo. They might actually call it the Oreo, but
It's
that's
I mean
cool
it's like I'm not, but also like I'm not wearing like it kind of reminds me of the Balenciaga socks or whatever too. Did those come after or before?
You know, that's not something I know.
I am gonna Google the shit
Yeah,
out
let's
of
find
this.
out. What is that
But first,
thing
I gotta
called?
spell Balenciaga.
Balenciaga.
Balin.
Balen. Balenciaga, I believe.
Before,
And that's the Balenciaga something runner, isn't it?
Yeezy 350.
Because the other one is like the triple S. That's that big, obnoxious dad shoe looking one that I hated for a while. And I'm not going to lie, I would wear the fuck out of the Balenciaga triple S at this point. That's the kind of bullshit I would buy.
Yeah.
I'm such an asshole.
Okay. You're mentioning stuff I don't know. I'm going to have to look it up. There's so much homework. I feel like we'll come back. So when we do your next Yeezy, I would like to know, like when we do an episode with the
next time we do one of
350,
my 350s.
yeah, when we do your 350, I would like you to figure out, because I did Google it and it's just like there's too much. There's too much.
Okay.
I can't even, it's not even. I am curious though if the Balenciaga came out first. You can look it up later another time. And then we'll come back to it because I am very curious about that.
Yeah, okay, I'll figure that out for the next one.
But it is just it's absolutely fascinating to me because like first I just can't get past the fact that this just looks like a mass-produced shoe to me. It does not look like a valuable. This just looks like a real basic car. I like a fucking Ford Taurus to me, and I'm really trying. And it's like, yeah, the one I like the most is the most expensive, but
that could actually be part of what makes it so cool, is that non-sneaker people aren't gonna know.
Yeah, and it's like the horseless carriages. You know how people were just. And maybe it's just like, to me, what I equate with what makes something valuable is like good quality and good like shapes and stuff. And this also comes from having the ability to probably like 3D print things, and like you can start to do things with more curves and more capabilities. So this is also probably an example of like evolving of shoes where we aren't just like using waffle irons to like make the rubber things, and it needs to be
Yeah.
this like, you know, tooled down thing, versus like
Mhm.
this is probably the process of creating it is probably a lot different, even just like with these stitching machines and stuff, and we can do these
Yeah, now the
bits.
quality, just to be fair, the quality on the 700 at least is really high. Like for,
I
I mean, it is a $300
it,
shoe, so fucking better be. But
it
like
better be.
the
Well, and all the
stitching is
stitching
very
is hidden,
consistent and nice.
like where it connects with the upper is pretty
Oh,
hidden,
I'm
right?
pretty sure this isn't stitched to anything here. This is all glued. But like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, the stitching on the upper where all these pieces go together is really nice. Small stitches, they're consistent. You know, the materials, it's a lot of leather, whether it's suede or this kind of smooth leather here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it all fits together nice. And I've worn these a lot and they really haven't, like, the only thing they get, there's a lot of creasing on the midsole that you can, what the hell am I doing? There we go.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
Yeah. And that's pretty much immediately when you put them on the first time you walk, that creasing happens.
Oh,
But
okay.
other than that, they've held up really well. I've worn quite a bit. They're still comfy.
And that's not
I
going to
don't know.
happen in the 350 because it's all knit, right?
Yeah, well, the
Or
350,
the
I
sole.
haven't worn any of my 350s as much as I've worn these.
Oh,
Because
okay.
the 350s get dirty immediately. They're
Yeah.
light colored and they're that cotton knit fabric
Dude, you
that
got to
is
get
pretty
these
much,
earth ones, dude.
nah, I'm good. But like, I don't even know which ones you're talking about, but I'm good on all those earth toned ones that they've come out with lately.
What are
But
these ones? They're
yeah,
three.
the 350s, they just absorb dirt. So they're, I can't
Dirt
wear them on like a
collectors.
rainy day, and we
Yeah.
live in
And
Portland,
we live
Oregon,
in
so that
Portland.
that limits. Yeah, those are awful. Fuck that. Who's look? What's the resale on that?
It's up there, dude.
Jesus Christ, who the fuck is buying these?
I don't know.
Sorry, Kanye, but those came out this year. Who the fuck? The linen isn't bad. I don't hate the linen, but I have the
It's again.
butters, and so that's in my wheelhouse of colorways. But I'm not gonna
Yeah.
spend my money on it. I have the butters already,
Yeah.
which is the original of that, the first one that was light yellow. Why would I need the newer light
The
yellow
new
one? I got the
light
first light
yellow.
yellow one. There's 10 light yellow ones now. They're putting out too many goddamn Yeezy colorways that all look kind of the same.
Well,
And it's fine. And they keep selling. So I can't be
yeah.
mad at them for having a business that is currently working and being like, oh, let's keep doing the thing that works. I
Well,
can't
here's
be mad at
an
somebody
interesting
for
thing about the
continuing to do
Yeezys
what works.
is that the resellers are
Mm-hmm.
starting to hate Yeezys because for a
Yeah, because
little
you can just
while
get them.
they took
They're
over,
not hard to get. They
but now
used to
they're
be really hard to get.
yeah, they started
Mhm.
with them hard to get, and then now they've made them easier and easier to get.
Yeah. Now,
The
to
thing
be
that's
fair,
interesting
certain
about that,
Yeezys are still impossible
yeah,
to get. The Quantum, the basketball shoe that he came out with this year, that I'm not the biggest fan of. But anyway, yeah, look up Yeezy Quantum, and I think it's QNTM or something. He
it is,
couldn't put all
but
the letters in.
they they found it for me. They knew what I was talking about.
That shoe was really hard to get. He just handed those out at All-Star Weekend in Chicago, and that was like one of the drops. Is he just drove the like tank from the Follow God video around and just
Okay.
gave them to people?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Uh,
So that's a difficult Yeezy to get that dropped this year.
okay.
Resellers are perfectly happy with those. Even the lifestyle. This is probably the basketball model, so it's stupid expensive, but the lifestyle
Anyway,
model is still expensive
what
too.
I was hearing is that
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the resellers are going back to focusing on Nikes and Nike
Mm-hmm.
drops versus Adidas. And the interesting thing is with the reselling aspect, like if you think about the different markets,
Mm-hmm.
what's so fascinating to me is like if too many consumers can get like I was reading about this one, I don't even remember which drop it was, but it was some Nike drop that happened recently.
Mm-hmm.
Whole bunch of people missed out. A bunch of resellers were like, everyone was just like, nope, this isn't going to be good. Nobody likes it, whatever. So nobody really tried for it. Not that many people did.
Mm.
And what happened was then too many consumers who actually wanted the shoe were able to actually get the shoe. And what that did was it made, it created a weird market where there weren't a lot of resellers having them. So the ones that are dead stock, there's so few dead stock ones because so many people thought, oh, who cares? Wear them. And so if there's a lot of dead stock, that also drives the price down.
Yeah.
So like if everyone thinks it's going to be a big release,
like those red
hyped.
forests that you bought, those
yes,
FIBA,
the FIBA
Jordan
Force, the ones that I have.
That was
those
the
are
one that all the
absolutely that.
resellers bought
Yep.
and then realized they had a brick
Exactly
on their hands because they had 20
Yeah.
pairs of a shoe that was reselling for 3/4 of its original price. So they just
Yeah.
took a fat L.
So that one, a lot of the resellers.
I like that. That kind of equalizes the world of shoes.
It does.
And that happens to some resellers.
It does. Like it's like
I wonder if it was those shattered back. No, it wasn't the shattered backboard 3.0 because those haven't seen any increase in the resale value.
I don't remember.
Below.
I want to say it was like a colorway of the 5s or something like that. Like it was just like no one cared. Nobody
the fire
cared
reds.
About it. No, no, it wasn't the fire
those
reds.
Those are cool, and I think everybody knew that everybody wanted those because that's the original color. Trying to think what 5s have come out lately.
It was either it was like the 5s or the 6s or something that, and I don't know how. I think it was
those 6s with the gold. Was it the DMP? Is that what those were called?
Yeah, I think that was it was these ones. For some reason, no one thought that. Yeah, it was the 5. I can't believe you knew that, or you could just think
6?
of them.
Well, because I thought about buying those and then I didn't do it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was these ones, and and part of the reason why
I would be so much better at my job if I cared about, that kind of stuff as much as I pay attention to fucking sneaker drops.
like, what's the retail price?
I just know so much useless shit.
It's all right, dude. Yeah, these ones aren't even going for that much anymore. I always one of them. It was like a 5 or a 6 or something. But I just found that interesting. It was just like a lot of resellers were just like, it's not going to be worth anything. Because what the resellers do is they get their hands on those and then they just put them in a closet for a year.
Yeah, they'll let them sit and then they sell them. They sell them gradually as they can get the price they want. And then they hope the price kind of wanders its way back up.
Yeah. Yeah. That's sort of the main game of the resale market. And so what's happening?
Have a little bit of money at first to be able to like drop a couple G's on sneakers, dude.
It's just sit in the closet. Dude, it's like drug dealing. It's what they do is you just flip some, and then you just keep putting it back into you just don't get high on your own stash. You don't wear your own shoes.
Yeah,
you just don't actually wear them.
All I do is get high on my own supply of sneakers.
Yeah. Like we are we are the end consumer.
We're just guys that like sneakers.
Which is fine.
Which is way better. We're the people that fucking matter in this game.
The more I look, at first I'm like, I get into it. I'm like, ooh, maybe I should. And then I like look into the work of it. I was like, I don't want to do that at all.
Yeah, I know. Every now and then it's crossed my mind. It's like, wait, I got to learn how computers work so I can write these bot codes or whatever. I don't want to fuck around and do that.
Dude, you buy the bots.
So every time there's a release.
Every time there's a
release, some nerd to do some computer bullshit. No, fuck that.
Did I tell you about the other thing with the bots?
Yeah, didn't you say that they sell them to each other?
So now there's resellers of the bots because they go up in value. So no matter, so like if there's like a really hyped drop, then they make a bot and then that buys a whole bunch of shoes the second. I mean, it's physically impossible for you to beat. And they even have them now for the Nike app. The reason you have to buy a bot is because it's different every time there's a drop. They fix the problem. They like fix it and make it so like all the old bots don't work. So
because Nike and Adidas, they got a gang of nerds on the case.
Oh yeah,
like they can hire the best nerds in the game.
But then there's also some of the people that work for those places that are doing it. It's crazy, dude. This
That's
sneaker world is
I
fascinating to
like
me.
that you got some double agents hanging
Dude,
around.
there's
We
so
got
much.
to find somebody that used to work for one of those places and was a double agent. We got to
Yeah,
find a double
yeah.
agent.
It's like the
To the billions of
CIA.
listeners, if one of you was a sneaker bot double agent out there, we want to have you on the pod.
And just
We
out
just
them.
want to hear your story. We'll
We
try as
will. We'll
hard as
have
we
your.
can not to interrupt you. Unless you're not being funny, and then we'll try to be
And
funny,
then we'll try to
because
put some
we like
stuff in.
attention. And so that's what we'll do. But yeah, if you want to be on a podcast and talk about your,
So okay? I'm gonna
being
change
behind
gears for a
enemy
second.
lines.
You haven't bought any shoes since the quarantine.
I have not bought any
You
shoes
haven't.
since
Well,
the
you've
quarantine.
took a couple L's,
I've
but
tried. I put a bid in on some of those Terminators like a day after we recorded that episode.
yeah.
But then the guy didn't accept the bid. I was
Oh.
like $10 less than what he was asking, which I think he should have. And it was 10 American dollars, and he lives in New Zealand, where I imagine our money's worth more than theirs. So they got made up money down there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're pretend.
Yeah, they're like all these countries that have something called a dollar that isn't a fucking American dollar, so it's probably worth nothing. So like, yeah, so his fake ass money, he didn't accept my deal in whatever fake ass money he deals in.
Do you have
And
your
that's
eye
fine.
on any? Do you have your eye on any that are already out that like you kind of want to get or anything like that?
Not really. I want those Flints. Those are cool.
The Flint 13s.
The Flint
What
13s.
what about the Chinese New Year 13s?
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, dude, these
don't know.
ones.
Yeah, show me those. The other 13s that I want though are the He Got Game, like the two real classic. Nah.
I saw that.
What's the resale price on those?
They are not going 130.
Exactly. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Makes
The
perfect
original
sense.
price was like 200,
190.
right? 190. So they're below. No one cares. Here's the Flint 13s that Nick wants.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get those. If I don't get them off the sneakers app, I'm just gonna buy them off of here. Like I want those. Because I've wanted a pair of 13s for a while.
These are my favorite of the 13s. They're just boring as hell, so I won't be getting them probably. That's the weird part.
Yeah, go to
all that.
Find the Jordan 13 He Got Game, or just click on Jordan 13 so we can see all of them. Yeah, the top row, number 4.
Oh yeah, this one.
White and black.
Of course, I like the bread ones. These.
That's it's a classic colorway. It was in a movie called He Got Game, but it was also like one that he played in, I think. That's the other 13 that I'll probably end up having at some point in my life. I don't know. I think of all the shoes right now, if I'm gonna buy something, I just want to get something classic. If it isn't those Flint 13s, if I got another pair, it'd just be like getting a classic Jordans to kind of complete the collection and get some stuff that I could wear whenever.
I think my next one's either going to be those ones that I sent you, those orange cone whatever ones.
Oh, those orange, the mids.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are cool.
Or I might get the shattered backboard. I don't know. I think I like the cone one better. It is.
I kind of like the cone mids better because on the shattered backboard mids, they made the swoosh orange and it kind of fucked it up. Like I like the way the highs look, and so does everybody. They're $1,000. So
yeah.
I really want the black cement 3s.
And they have the black cone.
Such a classic.
The black cone. What I like about it is it has that. I'm pretty sure it's nubuck. I'm not totally sure on it, but I'm pretty sure all the black on it is nubuck, and then all of the other part is that tumbled leather. And that's what I like about it, is it kind of has that 2 tones of 2 different textures.
Yeah.
It got me real excited about those. I'm either going to get these, and they're not too expensive. So
yeah, no, I do really like those. That's
I'm pretty sure it's nubuck. Or it's something cool similar or mauve or not mauve, but why am I saying that? That word's just in my brain now.
Suede.
It's not suede.
It's suede.
It's not suede, and you can't see it in the pictures because I'm pretty sure it's like that same material that you find on the
No, I like that colorway. I like the way the white swoosh looks with the
Yeah.
black and the orange. I think I think they did a good job on the color blocking on that pair.
Yeah, I think this one's sick, and it's it's not going for too much. So I think that's it. Is it that one? It's the next one, or the other one's on Goat. I couldn't find it um, on on StockX. I found this one pair that I didn't even know existed, and I got so excited. I sent it to you the other day. It's the New York uh, um, spiky or spizike. Why can't?
Is it the New York Knicks colorway? That blue, it's that blue colorway, right?
Yeah. So
that was a cool shoe. Yeah, show
dude,
that one to the people.
I really want this one, and it's not that expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And I want it for. I like this style shoe. I know you're not a fan, but I do like the style shoe. The fit isn't great, but here it is. Part of what I like about this is it kind of looks like that Eminem 40 grand, that 40 grand Eminem.
Yeah,
4.
it has similar colors, blue and I guess orange on this one. His has some red, but yeah, it's kind of similar, blue and orange, blue and red. Mostly blue, black.
I love the orange pop. Mm-hmm. I love this blue. I also think it might be nubuck. I don't know, or some equivalent of that. I love the blue.
No, that's one of the better colorways of that Spizike that you've showed me.
This one is so sick. I really do like this one a lot, and there are some available, but I could only find it on Goat, which was a weird find. But
yeah, I think other than
and it's got that clear bottom too.
Oh yeah,
I don't know what it says
like
underneath.
The clear sole, but you can see a word underneath it.
Yeah, I think it's. I don't know if they have like a word.
Yeah, that's cool.
I found it somewhere, but I did get some. I did get some new ones. I bought my first knit shoe.
Oh yeah, have any of those showed up yet?
No. They're coming from other countries. They're coming DHL. I was like, damn. Like, whatever though.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I got we'll do the FIBA 4s or something. That is supposed to be here on like Tuesday. So
nice.
I'll have them for next week or whatever if we want to do them.
Yeah. I've been trying to think of other shoes that I want, but it's like, the black cement 3s, kind of like the infrared 6 at some point, maybe the Concord 11, just all the really classic colorways of Jordans that it's like, you can't go wrong. They look awesome.
Yeah.
And they also there's like a complete the collection type of mindset that I have now where it's like, if I'm going to buy a Jordan, it needs to like fit into my collection as like ticking a box of something I don't have.
Okay.
So like if I buy another pair of ones, it's going to be either like the Breads or the Chicagos. I think it has to be one of the most original colorways, maybe the Royal or the Shadow.
Yeah.
But like something, or it's like a hype beastie one. Like if they drop another like Union LA colorway or like another Off-White, then I would try to go for that. But I'm not going to go out of my way to get those things.
Yeah. And then you're going to pay a lot
for another,
them.
Yeah, I'm not paying $1,000 for a pair of ones. If I get another 3, it's going to be the black cements.
Yeah.
I like the Grape 5 because it was on the Chris Rock album, but I'm not the biggest fan of 5s. 6s are cool. I like the infrared.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do want a pair of 10s at some point, but I haven't found a colorway that I love yet. I like the silhouette, but I haven't found a color. I haven't found a colorway of it that I like need to have. I don't know. I just haven't found any shoes that I really need to have, and I don't have anywhere to wear them at the moment. So it's kind of like, who cares? I'll save my money for now.
The 10 to me sort of looks like a hiking boot more than. Oh, and then this is the one that has the like from like the Jordan documentary where they put their foot up and he was just like,
yeah.
Or who did that? Pippen did that. He was wearing them.
Pippen did that. Yeah, because that was the 10 came out before Jordan came back when he was like retired for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I think the 10 dropped toward the end of that. Like when he came back to play, I think the 10 was the current Jordan that was out, and then the 11 dropped. I think that's how it worked. Because I know the 11 was the current Jordan when he filmed Space Jam, because he had a black pair of 11s that is now called the Space Jams.
Oh, okay.
Then the 12s, he played the flu game in the 12s. The black and red 12 is called the flu game.
Dude, okay, you know my feelings on rainbows and rainbow shoes, but I kind of like these ones, these
All right,
10
bring 'em up.
wings. Are you familiar with those? I got
Maybe, let's see them.
real excited. I actually like these ones.
Oh, those just dropped this year.
These are pretty sick.
Those might still be on the fucking Nike app. Let me look.
Like, those are fun. And I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's what I said when I looked at those. I was like, those are fun. I'm not buying them. But
see, but once
those are
again,
fun.
I don't know if I'd wear them. So it's like, I don't know. I do kind of like this gray one.
They are no longer on the app, from what I can see.
The cool gray is pretty cool.
Yeah, the shadow. I do like the shadow. It's basically just a dark gray.
Yeah.
And they had a pair at Index, but that were like an original from 1994.
Yeah.
But then I also read about how all those old Jordans from that era, like the polyurethane and the soles, just crumbles. So I wouldn't be able to wear them if I bought those. So I didn't buy them.
Yeah, I've been looking at some of that stuff where, like, I don't know, some of the people I follow on Instagram and stuff. There's this one post, this dude was just like, wear your shoes, don't wait. And he like showed, he's like, this was my first day wearing them, and they're like cracking and coming apart.
Yeah.
I've got a 10-year-old pair of skate shoes that I bought like last year, and they are falling to pieces.
Yeah,
like,
we got to
so
do
many,
an episode on those before they completely fall
I
apart.
know. I keep gluing them
Maybe
back
that'll
together
be the next
and like
episode
pieces.
we do.
Yeah, then we do that on the next one.
All right. Well, we really are. We're past our time limit, so we should probably close this thing out.
Yeah, we should close it out.
If somebody were to steal my Yeezy Boost 700 in the Mauve colorway, I'm trying to be too official and I'm fucking up my words. Drinking whiskey over here too. Maybe that's why. But anyway, if someone were to steal my Yeezys, my Mauve 700s,
yeah,
I think I'd buy another pair. I might just replace them with the Wave Runners.
Yeah, I was like, you probably just get the Wave Runners.
I probably, if these just went away and I was just going to replace them and I had $250 from the insurance, I'd probably just spring for the Wave Runners, to be honest.
and then I'd be wearing them and you'd be like, what the fuck? Just kidding.
Yeah, but if you stole them, then I would just intimidate you.
Make fun of me for making fun of them.
Yeah, I would just like send you one text and you'd be like, "Oh, my bad, dude," and you'd give them back because you're like a pretty nice guy. So
yeah, I wouldn't.
I'm not. You're nicer than me, so I feel like I could bully you into returning my shoes.
I feel like that's an accurate statement.
Yeah, it really is. I'm not even that good at bullying, but I feel like I could bully you. But into returning my shoes.
Yeah, that's solid.
It's an argument that I won't lose. If someone steals something of yours and you know it, and you're just like, "Hey, you stole my shit, bring it back." They can't be like, "Yeah, but I need it." No, you got 29 fucking pairs of shoes. But you text me every time you buy shoes, and you buy so many.
Right.
Just in case you were thinking of stealing my shoes. Now we're having the argument preemptively, and I'm winning.
I wasn't. And I definitely wouldn't steal those shoes at all.
If you were going to steal a pair of my shoes, it wouldn't be those.
Nope, it wouldn't be those. There's a few more that I would take first.
It'd be those Tokyo Maze. Those are definitely favorite of my shoes.
I would take them and destroy them.
Yeah, no, you hated on them so much that I know you love them. That's really, you're just so embarrassed to admit it. That you're just like trying to hate on them and trying to hate on them to cover up how much you love them so much and how much you really wish you owned 10 pairs.
I think I do like them better though.
Exactly.
Than the
every
Yeezy
other
350s. All right, I think that's gonna do it for us today.
Right.
That was really fun. You can obviously follow me on Instagram at SkateCub. What about you, Nick?
Instagram at Nick Scalzone Comedy.
Awesome. Make sure and like and subscribe. Thank you so much to the billions of people. If you guys have a shoe that you're like, yo, this is a cool shoe that we should be aware of, or that you've heard us talk about and you really want to hear a episode about, definitely hit us up. We'll catch you next week.
All right. Thanks, guys.